Hey, Boiler fans. Welcome back to the Boilerhood. It's T.O. here, and we are coming at you with another game preview, coming off of what I would say is a complete disaster on Saturday. But can our sixth-ranked Boilers get the train back on the tracks against a Minnesota team who just came off of a ranked win against Indiana at home, 73-64? Appreciate you guys being here with me to break down the matchup. So Minnesota has a new coach this year. His name's Nico Medved, and he's a former student manager in the program, local Minnesota guy. He came over from March this year from the Colorado State Rams, where he was always producing tournament caliber teams in the Mountain West Conference. He spent last year with former Boiler Ethan Morton, and they ended up making it to the second round of the NCAA tournament, where they lost in a really tough matchup against Maryland. He started off at Minnesota a little slow with a 5-4 record. They have losses to Santa Clara, Stanford, San Francisco, and Missouri. They barely squeaked out a win against Green Bay in overtime, and the KenPom metrics have them at 112th overall. They were 8.5-point dogs to Indiana. So maybe being at home and some work being done behind the scenes, maybe Nico's got this team finding a rhythm and working together. Who are they? Who's on the team? Who are we having to watch out for in this matchup? Well, Cade Tyson is a 6'7", small forward, senior transfer. Previously spent time at Belmont for 2 years and then North Carolina last year. He was well accoladed at Belmont, former MVC Freshman of the Year and second team All-MVC his second year. And then he's from North Carolina, was former North Carolina Mr. Basketball. And what's he doing now at Minnesota? He is leading the league in points per game at nearly 22 a game. He's shooting 53% from the floor and 37% from deep. So where have we seen a tall wing hurt us and exploit our perimeter defense? Momcilovic. Oof. Yeah. So how are we gonna take down Cade Tyson? Is Jakari or CJ gonna step up and make this matchup personal? Can we keep him under his season averages and not let him get hot? That's gonna be a big test for us come Wednesday. Their other guard starting is Isaac Asuma, and I saw him making some nice plays in the highlights against Indiana. He's a hometown guard. He's able to distribute the rock, leads them with 4.3 assists per game, and also averages 10 points per game. Their main rebounder down low is Jalen Crocker Johnson, and he's getting 9 boards a game. He's a 6'8", 240-pound forward. He's also averaging 12 points per game. So a lot besides Cade Tyson, the scoring punch is kind of balanced for Minnesota. Tyson's definitely that guy that we're going to have to keep an eye out on from the defensive end. And the rest of the squad is pretty balanced. So we'd love to see some higher intensity on the defensive end and make Minnesota's life difficult in Mackey. And I believe we have the chops to do so in a bounce-back way. Minnesota's not as physically imposing as Iowa State, but they still average 7 steals per game. I don't think that they're necessarily going to take us out of our rhythm like Iowa State was able to. Iowa State just brought a different level to that game Saturday, took us out of our sets, really made it difficult on all of our players, and that was apparent in the worst loss ever in Mackey. So the elephant in the room: how is this Boiler squad going to respond? I believe in this team. The competitive fire is there. The fabric of who these seniors are, they are grit and grind, and they're not going to lay down and die after one poor performance. So we need to rally around them. I'm expecting more toughness from our seniors. I'm expecting, us to come out with a level of intensity that we might not have seen yet this season. And it starts with that attitude shift. Where do they go? TKR and Fletch are going to have to find a little bit more passion or, grit, I would say. But I believe in them. Painter said Iowa State stole our spirit on Saturday. We're going to find that spirit real quick, and Paint Crew and Boiler fans around the globe are going to support them and rally behind because the goals are still high. The bar is still high. This team has been here before. We've been through the ups and downs, and we've seen them respond. Don't give up hope yet, Boilers. So after the attitude check and the gut check, we have to start putting the ball in the hoop. Abysmal shooting stats on Saturday. 22% from deep, 6 of 14 from the charity stripe, and 41% from the floor. Fletch and TKR, they were a part of that, and I know that that's not going to last. They're too elite. They know this offense so well, and we're going to, right the ship. The bench wasn't ready either, unfortunately. When everyone was struggling, they also struggled. No one came in and kind of gave us that spark. I thought CJ had a brief blip in the second half and then got sat down for some reason. But Omer and Jakari have been in shooting slumps. I know that they're workers. I know they're going to get in there and keep finding it and keep shooting because they're elite. They can be elite. So last year we had a similar loss to Auburn, and it woke the team up last year. They became more connected defensively, more physical, and they really rallied to produce a nice quality turnaround after a mid-December thrashing. So let's rally around these guys. I'm excited for the response. I think this is a 15 to 20 point win. If we're playing at our elite level, it's a 25-point win. But I got Boilers by 16, say 78, 62, and I think we're gonna bring it to them on Wednesday. I'm gonna live stream it again, so if there's any interest in coming to say hi and chat and watch the Boilers, see how we respond, would love to have you. Appreciate you guys tuning into these clips. I'm having a lot of fun. And Boiler up, hammer down, and thanks for being a part of the Boilerhood. Peace.